Hello class, welcome back to Anime Academy, where we school you on the animation studios that bring your favorite anime to life. I am your teacher today, Elliot Trinidad, and today's subject is Studio DEEN. Studio DEEN was originally founded in 1975 by Hiroshi Hasegawa as an animation studio specializing in end-process animation. Hasegawa formerly worked for Sunrise, the studio behind Gundam, and appropriately he got the name DEEN from their very first project contracting under Sunrise, a giant robot anime called Brave Raideen. Studio DEEN spent its early years assisting in the production of Doraemon before inheriting a very big title, Rumiko Takahashi's Urusei Yatsura, in 1984, and that was halfway through its nearly 200-episode run after it was previously produced by Studio Pierrot. DEEN capitalized on that Rumiko Takahashi craze of the late 80s and early 90s, next partnering with Kitty Films to adapt two more of her works, Maison Ikkoku and Ranma 1/2. And that's a pretty big deal. Maison Ikkoku ran for 96 episodes, and Ranma 1/2 yielded over 160 episodes in 3 movies. DEEN inherited something else from Urusei Yatsura's production, though. The director Mamoru Oshii joined up with artist Yoshitaka Amano under Studio DEEN to create the beautiful and mysterious film Angel's Egg. This was just 2 years before Amano would become known for being the concept artist on Final Fantasy, and of course 10 years before Oshii would create the world-famous film Ghost in the Shell. Studio DEEN would continue to find a lot of success in producing OVAs, with quite a few going on to become fully fledged anime franchises. In fact, every decade since the 80s has witnessed DEEN producing a successful OVA that, coincidentally, all adapt action manga about women in law enforcement. For example, their 1988 OVA for Mobile Police Pat Labor led to a TV series by Sunrise the next year. Then, in 1994, the OVA for You're Under Arrest spawned a long-running DEEN franchise spanning 4 series, 2 OVAs, and a movie. And then their 2001 OVA for Read or Die became a TV series also co-produced with JC Staff. So if their OVA track record isn't convincing enough, the studio also produced the 10-episode OVA for Irresponsible Captain Tylor, not to mention the highly acclaimed Rurouni Kenshin prequel known as Trust and Betrayal. Even then, Studio DEEN's influence on the late 90s and early 2000s anime landscape remained very strong. They produced iconic shonen anime such as Rurouni Kenshin, Rave Master, and Get Backers. They were behind notable shoujo titles too, like the world-famous Fruits Basket, plus popular BL titles like Gravitation and Tactics. And that is not to mention their even more niche anime titles with cult followings, such as the Yuri titles Marimite and Simoon, and also every adaptation of the murder mystery series known as When They Cry, namely Higurashi no Nakukoro ni and Umineku no Nakukoro ni. Truly, if you were an anime fan before 2010, you might notice just how many of these titles that shaped this DVD era had come straight from Studio DEEN. However, the early 2000s did not see as big of a hit as their Rumiko Takahashi era, except for maybe a couple of flagship titles. The first was the anime original Hell Girl, an episodic horror series which went on to air for 4 seasons, the latest of which is simulcasting on Crunchyroll as of this video. The other hit is based on a comedy webcomic about the nations of World War II, except as cute boys, and that is of course called Hetalia Axis Powers. It was originally slated for a televised broadcast, but when plans changed, it was instead only released online. That web animation became an international hit, spawning over 140 episodes, a movie, and as any convention goer in 2010 can attest, a ton of fan cosplay. Interestingly, the last 2 years have opened up for Studio DEEN in a way the previous decade didn't, with the studio dipping into a number of different narrative and visual styles to tremendous success. Early 2016 saw the masterfully directed historical drama called Showa Genroku Rakugo Shinju, as well as a popular irreverent fantasy comedy called Konosuba, both airing in the same season. Then the spring of that same year saw Haven't You Heard I'm Sakamoto and Tonkatsu DJ Agataro. Those are 2 comedy manga adaptations about funny and bizarre characters. And so if you want to see what Studio DEEN is up to now in 2017, you can check out their heartfelt school comedy called Kabukiku, or their superhero collab with none other than legendary Marvel creator Stan Lee called The Reflection. Of course, that is all along with Konosuba Season 2 and Hell Girl 4th Twilight, as I previously mentioned. And in the fall, Studio DEEN will take on Hozuki no Reitetsu Season 2, so look out for that too. Based on their wide diversity of their recent work, Studio DEEN's future seems impossible to predict, but the studio has been going strong since 1975 and will likely produce even more of your favorites in the years to come. So, what is your favorite Studio DEEN anime, or what's even a favorite show that you didn't know they were behind? Let us know in the comments below and tweet your answers to us at Crunchyroll with the hashtag AnimeAcademy. Plus, let us know what studio you'd like to learn about next. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more, and also share this video to spread that wonderful anime know-how. Join us next time for another anime lesson here on Anime Academy.